In the early 1700s, nestled deep within the untamed wilderness of New England, there lay a valley shrouded in legend and mystery. It was known as Whispering Hollow, a place where the living dare not venture. The tale of this ghostly valley was passed down through generations, whispered by the fireside to the curious and the brave, but none who entered ever returned to share their experiences. Whispering Hollow hadn't its name for a haunting reason. The valley was said to echo with the tormented whispers of the departed souls who wandered there. It was believed to be a place where the boundary between the living and the dead was thin, and those who strayed into its depths would become part of the ghostly chorus. In 1700, a group of settlers decided to defy the warnings and explore the secrets of Whispering Hollow. Among them was Sarah, a spirited young woman who had always been drawn to the unexplained. Her father, Elias, was a respected member of the community and the expedition's leader. Alongside him were several adventurous souls who were equally enthralled by the eerie tales that surrounded the valley. As they entered the valley, a heavy mist enveloped them, obscuring their vision. The air grew colder, and the once dense forest turned into gnarled, otherworldly landscape. Trees appeared twisted and misshapen, casting eerie shadows that danced like phantoms in the dim light. Sarah couldn't help but shiver as an inexplicable sense of foreboding settled upon her. The whispers began as faint murmurs carried on the chilling breeze. There are strange howls to make of words, but they were just beyond comprehension. Like a ghostly secret forever out of reach, the group pushed forward, their curiosity overpowering their fear. Soon, they stumbled upon a dilapidated, long-forgotten settlement. Decaying houses and moss-covered gravestones hinted at the valley's tragic past. Sarah and her companions examined the abandoned structures, and some dared to touch the faded remnants of life that had once existed there. As night fell, the valley came alive with spectral apparitions. Ghostly figures, draped in tattered clothing, drifted silently among the ruins. Their eyes held a mixture of sadness and longing, as if they were yearning for something beyond the realm of the living. Some of the settlers tried to communicate with the apparitions, but their attempts only intensified the whispers and unearthly wails. Sarah, driven by a mixture of curiosity and empathy, approached a spirit that appeared to be a young girl no older than herself. The spirit's eyes met Sarah's, and a connection formed between the two worlds. The girl's name was Emily, and she had perished in the valley during a harsh winter in the 1600s. Emily revealed the dark history of Whispering Hollow. The valley had been cursed by a vengeful shaman from a neighboring tribe, who had summoned a legion of spirits to guard it, keeping it isolated and hidden. The curse was meant to protect their land from settlers who sought to exploit it. Sarah understood that the settlers were unwitting intruders, and she felt compelled to help the spirits find peace. With Emily's guidance, Sarah and her companions embarked on a quest to break the curse that had bound the valley for centuries. They gathered rare herbs and conducted a sacred ritual, seeking forgiveness from the spirits. As the curse was lifted, the valley transformed. The twisted trees straightened, and the spectral apparitions gradually faded into the night. Sarah had succeeded in her mission, But the price she paid was heavy. Her connection with the spirits was severed, and she couldn't help but feel a profound sense of loss. As the settlers left Whispering Hollow, Sarah gazed back at the once haunted valley, knowing that she had played a role in freeing the tormented souls who had called it home. The legend of Whispering Hollow lived on, but now it was a tale of redemption and hope. Sarah's bravery and compassion had turned a cursed valley into a place where the living and the dead could finally find peace, leaving behind a story that would be told for generations to come. In the end, Sarah understood that the boundary between the living and the dead was indeed thin, and it was her heart that bridged the gap, proving that even in the darkest of places, compassion and courage could light the way.